particular game. In the slot on this occasion. Just went with that shot and fetches 4.
It's now giving those guys who are coming into bat next to have at least something to smile on their face and give them some energy.
Not a bad toss to lose for Nepal this morning. Much better this time. The length, slightly back of length, not fuller. Karim on 24. David, 37 runs, 24 has come from the bat of Karim. Just goes to show how much the other batters have struggled so far in this innings of theirs.
Actually, because I've been talking to Kennedy earlier in the morning, I was asking about the opening batters. I think those batters, they're in a big rush. And if you see the youngster who came in to open, I think he didn't pick out on what to do when now you are pulling a ball on your ball. He has to decide which one to leave and which one to play.
Right, that's also because the ball has just not moved in the air but off the deck as well. This time Karan Casey changing sides, coming around the wicket to the left-handed batter Karim. Does not want to give him too much room outside off. Wants to just bring it back into him. Karan has been very impressive this morning. Sompal and Karan bowling and complementing each other.
I think Karan is enjoying so much. The way he's running, the shape and everything. I haven't seen him struggling in anything. Just releasing the ball on the spot, good bounce and everything, yeah. And I'm so happy to see the Nepal players tapping each other, gloving each other, giving high five. It means now those shouting, they just give themselves some morale. And it looks nice.
It's so important. Bowlers have a strong footing when they are landing, and that's why, because of a little bit of a wet outfield, sometimes the boots as well get a little mucky. Fuller, driven, exquisite, in the gap. Karim is playing some sublime cricket this morning, and he's looked so good. Once again, pitched up and punished.
Oh, maybe Karan seems to be tired a little bit, because now those boundaries are coming on just on the slot where Karim is picking and picking and picking. Maybe they should think of something, and especially when he decided to come round, Karim is getting the line and length properly.
Just like the way he got shape on that, more of timing, less of power, and that's been the highlight of his stay so far. 28 runs, and he's looked very good. Down the leg on this occasion, a half-hearted appeal.
If you look at the umpire, didn't have anything to do about that. He decided to walk away. Wow. And that is the end of the over. Rakib still on 0, Karim on 28.
Tenno is gone, 41 for 3. David, we have to talk about the weather conditions out here. They've always surprised me. Yesterday it was very hot, and today the sun has just disappeared in the clouds. Not even playing hide and seek, let me tell you.
For the last 4 months, nobody has even predicted what will come next. If you can see tomorrow, you never know. You'll see the sun and the weather so hot. Look at the yesterday. It was so hot and nice. We expected to have a game yesterday, but we didn't have a game today. Now look at this, what is happening today. Let's see. That's
very, very strong back foot punch by Rakib Patel. He's been the informed batter, and let me tell you, he's made quite a noise with his bat in this T20 series that just concluded.
If you just hear the sound of the ball from the bat, Rakib's bat, it sounds so nice and sweet. It shows how experienced he is.
Yes, and that's why this pair is very important for Kenya's fortunes in this game. If they can put on a good partnership, they look good to go the distance. That's a very good line Sompal has got into. Very, very tidy. And what I've liked this morning, they have not got carried away with the conditions. They are stuck to the basics and bowled in the right channels, David.
And he hasn't given any extra run. And you see, if you compare the way Karan and Nepal is bowling, Sompal is bowling, you can notice the difference, because he's just putting line and length. Unless you batsman do the mistake, then that's it.
Hurrying him with pace, cramping him for room. The first thing that a coach tells the bowlers, bowl stump to stump, and that's what Sompal has done this morning.
Let the batsman do the mistake.
Absolutely, David.
Yeah.
We are at the Nairobi Gymkhana. It's the first one day of the 3. Oh, look at that for movement.
Oh.
Off the seam, in the air. Sompal is asking a few questions.
Looks so beautiful. He's still looking so nice, the way he's walking. You can't even tell if it's a bit tired or still going on. The face even tells itself.
Yes, and such deliveries will create doubts in the mind of the batters. And look at that. Takes the leading edge in the air, but goes towards point region. Does not have enough legs to go for a four. The batsman will complete two. And I'll tell you what, Sampal did everything right. All he needed was a shade of luck. And that would have popped into the fielder at point.
And you just can imagine, even the captain didn't want to go for the shot. The ball just left the bar, and you look at where the ball bounced.
Almost squared him up on that occasion. Just felt that he was closing the face of the bat. But because of the hint of movement that he's getting and shape he's getting on the ball in these windy conditions, the batter will be tentative. Once again, look at that. For discipline, only 2 runs coming off Sampal's over. 11 gone. It's 43 for 3.
Wow. Change of bowling. Pawan Saraf takes over.
Muhammad Adil Alam has been introduced into the attack, so they're going in with pace, and quite obviously that's because the ball is doing a lot in these overcast conditions. But Kareem on 28 is holding fort. He's been the anchor and he's looked very good. Played some delightful cover drives and has looked very strong on all sides of the wicket.
Muhammad has been bowling so nice and to the line also. Let's see the comparison between him and the previous bowler. See what he's going to do.
Good start here for Adil. This is going to be a very crucial phase in the game as well. They need a partnership, Kenya. And if Nepal manage to sneak in 2 more wickets, I'm telling you what, they are right on top of this game, David.
Yeah. But just like the way Kareem is playing, you see all the shots that's playing, I haven't seen anything mostly to the point or square leg. Everything is just going mid on, mid off, mid on, mid off. That tells something.
Oh, that came back and did it get an inside edge as well. Everyone goes out appealing, everyone on their feet. They believe there was something in this. Kareem suggests that it may have just brushed the thigh pad. Well, anticlimax, the umpire's unmoved. And in all of it, Kareem stays.
Wow. But the way he just walked doesn't show that he might did attack the ball.
Maybe another look at that, a replay of this would give us an idea as to what really transpired. But what a delivery. That came back in sharply.
The smile from the bowler says something.
Again, just cramping him for room on that occasion. Just getting it back. And I'll tell you what, now that the right-hander has come, I'm sure Adil will be interested because it will be a natural outswinger. And
Yeah.
what I've really liked about the captain, Rohit Paudel, is keeping the conditions in mind. He's persisted with a slip and a gully. He's been attacking, and that's what's really nice about his captaincy.
I'm sure he has spoken to his bowlers and just told them what to do. Because if you see, if it's a white ball...
Oh, look at that.
Oh, nice one. Nice one.
Muhammad Adil thought he had his man.
He had all the confidence in the appealing.
Just going for extra pace on that occasion, bending his back.
I think the batsman should just realize the difference. Because now we are playing 50 overs. We have a long way to go.
We'll take a look at this once again. Oh, look at that. Just took off from the good length spot maybe. And surprised Irfan Karim as well. Movement and pace on that occasion. Just felt he played the wrong length. Feet stuck in the crease. Shot and wide.
Rakep just trying to chase the wide. During your days when you used to play, when you nick the ball, what was coming in your mind or on your face? What were you trying to do if you feel like you've just nicked the ball?
Well, the general tendency of any batter is to stand his ground, David. But these days, you know, you've seen a lot of players who actually walk. We've seen the great Gilchrist, the Sangakaras. The moment they nick, they just walk back to the pavilion. But then the other argument is you have umpires to take a call on that, so just leave it to them. So there's always been a debate, and fair to say that, you know, each to its own, David.
Yes. Oh, the crowd is just coming in now. If you see some children from schools, some guys are sitting on the stands, watching the ball and enjoying it. This is nice.
Oh, the ball just dying on that occasion. Didn't just carry as well. The variable bounce, once again, just play on the mind of the cricketer. The steal a single in the process. Buys. But another tidy over, but for a wide and 2 singles. 12 gone. It's 46 for 3.
Wow. I hope the keeper is good. He's limping. I don't know, the ball just kept low. Hope we don't get another injury again. But he has kept the wicket so well ever since.
Arjun Saud has been quite impressive ever since he made his debut in the T20 Internationals. A very attacking batsman. I've just liked the way he uses his feet. Very chirpy behind the stumps as well. And you know, he's quite a live wire, full of energy, and you need somebody like that. Just a little bit of, these are the magic sprays and the best the cricketers can relate to. And all of a sudden you'll see the wicketkeeper back on his feet, jumping around.
Yes.
Just wonder what's... There he is, Arjun Saud, captain, Rohit Paudel. Nepal have made a very good start in this game. 3 down Kenya. And the hard work to do is for the 2 batters in the middle, Rakib and Karim. I was just speaking to this young lad, Arjun. Has played a lot of cricket at the junior level. Very, very confident lad. And is eager to make a mark and wants to make most of the opportunities, David. Had a very long chat with him the other day. And I really like his attitude and approach. Nepal has a lot of young talent. At the moment, Rakib Patel, all eyes will be on him. Can he make it count? We've seen him.
Yeah, because he's taking charge and trying to control. Wow, look at the ball.
He just took off Adil after the ball went towards the wicket-keeper. There was some noise for sure. And that's what, look at the slip corner, look at the wicket-keeper. Everybody.
The confidence was so high.
Pawan Saraf will bowl his off-spinners. Single towards square leg.
I think they just now want to pick some singles. And then when the loose ball comes, then they try to get a boundary on it.
Absolutely. The aim is to stitch a partnership. They need to forge a vital association now, both these batters. I'm sure Kenya bat deep and long. But with plenty of time and overs left in this game, the plan will be crease occupation.
Yes, true. But because I think Rakep, he's quite a good player of spin. Let's see how it take it.
Yeah, there is a sweeper cover, deep square leg. There's a long off rather. Oh, look at that for turn and bounce. This is a sporting wicket, let me tell you. Everybody has something in it. Everybody, a spinner, a pacer, a batter.
And he has decided to maintain the slip.
Very good captaincy by Rohit.
Yep.
Keep attacking, 3 down. Go for the 4th. Tossed up. We are seeing some appreciable turn and bounce here. And I'll tell you what, Pawan, I'm sure will be kept interested as far as the left-handed batters in the middle.
Yeah, and especially when you see the off-breakers when they are bowling to left-handers, they do really enjoy the turn and away, forces the batsman maybe to cut the ball. Oh,
This time sweeping it, getting underneath that one on this occasion. They'll steal 2 runs. Kenya need to find a move on.
yeah. But I don't, the way the Karim is running and Rakep, they're not forcing that first run. They're taking it so easy. I don't know why. Because if you see where the batsman was running from, quite far, if they were tried to, maybe if they tried to take the first round quick, they could have pushed the fielder.
Oh, he's castled him. This was coming. Karim departs. The middle stump is uprooted. Pawan strikes. And Nepal get their 4th. This is a very crucial moment in the game, let me tell you. And what a delivery. He had the ball leaving the batter, and this one coming in with the arm. And Karim has to make the long walk back.
That ball looked like just on the middle stump. I don't know why he wanted to glance the ball on his leg side.
Playing across the line on this occasion. Just rolling his bat on this one, trying to play towards mid-wicket. Straightish with the arm, and Karim knows that he squandered a big opportunity. Big wicket here for Nepal. Pawan strikes. Kenya lose their 4th. It's 49 for 4 in the 13th over.
And you can just see the way they enjoyed after that wicket. They knew how big it is. Replacing Karim on the wicket is Collins Obuya. Collins Obuya is also one of the seasoned batters Kenya has for quite some time. And I think now since Rakep is still on 3 and Collins on 0, I think they should now talk and think of something.
Pawan Saraf striking in only his 5th delivery, and he's I'm sure very delighted with this effort of his. That's because he's got the informed Irfan Karim who's back in the dugout. Big wicket here for Nepal, almost half the side back in the pavilion here for Kenya.
He doesn't look happy at all.
Once again, look at that for some turn.
This is looking interesting. You can even see the slips. They have one slip from leg side. It shows how the ball is turning well.
Oh yes, a leg slip, a first slip. Pawan Saraf is saying, thank you, Captain. I'm enjoying this. Thank you for showing the faith in me, and I'll try my best to get a few more.
Exactly.
13 gone, 49 for 4.
Wow.
Can you just check the team technical score ready? Collins Obuya is the new man in. Comes out at the fall of Irfan's wicket. Shah Alam. We'll see some orthodox left arm spin now on offer.
From the Forest Road end.
And with the ball turning, David.
I can see.
It's not a bad idea to introduce spin right away.
Very nice. Just confidence. What do you think about, because now all bowlers are now left arm and the batters are right hand batters?
Yeah, it's always nice to have someone like Steve Ticola because he's such a big, good reader of the game.
Yes.
And immediately points out,
Yes.
2 right-handers, bring in the left arm orthodox spinner, and that's exactly what Nepal has done.
Yeah. Oh, good start again.
They found their lens, tentative push. Now Rakip will be the mainstay around which the Kenyan batting will have to revolve. He understands that he spent time, but it's the runs that have dried up at the moment. Tossed up, gets an outside edge, goes past short third man. That's racing away. It's a heavy outfield. but has enough legs to go for a 4. Much needed boundary, not in the most convincing of fashions, but Rakip will say thank you very much.
The scoreboard was taking still.
50 up in the 14th over.
Shahab's run up after that boundary, it looked like he didn't have the good run up. I don't know. He managed to give a volley.
And what I liked about the bowling of Nepal, both the spinners are tossing it up, inviting the batter into the drives. There again, unafraid to being hit. Off being hit rather.
And then the two fielders on boundary, mid on and mid off, I think they've just dropped down.
Yes, there's a deep square leg, mid on, long on, long off. There you can see the turn. And I'll tell you what, as this game progresses, spinners will have a role to play.
It looks like, because you see the way even the keeper picked the ball. After the bounce, the ball is shooting, shooting and shooting. This looks nice. Alam looks very comfortable.
And Rakip is in that zone of the match where he understands that he'll have to play caution with aggression at the moment, David.
Yes. He knows very well again. He's inside the ring now. What he's supposed to be doing. He's the most senior player again. If he happens to lose his wicket, what will happen to the next guys who are coming in? He has to keep on going and going.
Look at that. Tossed up. Tentative push. And that's what happens when the ball begins to turn. Not a bad start here for Alam, but for that streaky 4, he's looked very tidy. 14 gone. It's 53 for 4.
Good.
Partnerships is the key here for Kenya. They've lost 4 quick wickets, and the recent one being Irfan Karim, departing for 28. Colin Zuboya has been a little short of runs in this tournament. Not a bad time for him to come and play himself in, but he's up against 2 very tidy spinners. A leg slip in place, an orthodox first slip as well. You have a short mid wicket, a short cover, so this is an attacking field set.
Wow. You can see that again. And I realized I saw before the over, the umpire was trying to push the players, like telling them to hurry up, hurry up. Do you think they're behind the time or something?
Not really. It's just that they don't. Sometimes spinners like to get in that zone and rhythm. There you see flighted. Just like the way Nepal has come out this morning, put into field. They've accepted the offer and they've struck early. A long gone in place, mid-off up in the circle. Deep square leg. Sweeper cover. Oh, look at that for turn and bounce.
Lovely. Ooh.
This is a hard ball. The surface is hard as well. It's gripping. And I'll tell you what, it's all happening here at the Nairobi Gymkhana. And at the receiving end at the moment are the 2 batters in the middle.
Pawan still asking, how was it? Thapa just told him the ball was going up.
Yes, it was high on this occasion. And he's got height as well.
Yes.
He's almost 6 feet, which means when he releases the ball, it's at least another 1.5 feet or half foot. So that can easily be a very high angle that he's getting.
Yep.
Good start here by Pawan. Wicket in the first over. There again. What's the approach, David? What do you think should be the approach of the batters? We'll take a look at the delivery once again. Nicely tossed up, going on the back foot. That was high.
Yeah, exactly. I think the batters should just try to rotate the both sides. Single. I think for them to be getting those ones, it will help them. Because the more you block like that, the non-striker also is getting...
Good point. Very good point, David.
Yeah.
So that'll play on the mind of Rakip as well. Somebody will have to get the runs. And not easy for a new batter to come and get going. He'll have to settle himself in.
Yes.
A leg slip and a first slip. I'm seeing this for the first time. Or rather,
You can
not
see that,
off.
and that's what we'll be talking about. It now giving some problems to the non-strikers. At the end of 15th over, the score is 53 for the loss of 4 wickets. Rakep on 7, Colin Sabuya on 0.
Yes, maiden for Pawan Saraf, and just the right time to say thank you, David, and to welcome a fine legend to be sitting beside me, Steve Ticolo. Quick water break here for the teams. Looks like the water break has been taken now.
Yes, and as we see the players taking the water break, Kenya in all sorts of trouble. 53 for 4 as we see the wickets. Sukdeep playing the pull shot but ending up just lobbing up to the fielder. Nelson, LBW, that was plumb, hitting the middle stump. Karim played all over this one, losing his middle stump. The Nepal bowlers have been on the money this morning, picking 4 wickets and using the conditions very well. Mikhail, the Nepal bowlers have been on the mark this morning.
Oh yes, Steve, not a bad toss to lose. I spoke to you some time back as well. And what has really amazed me or rather baffled me is the conditions out here. It's been gloomy from say 7, 6 in the morning, and it's remained that way.
Yes, it is our cold season, but I think the cold season has extended. It's usually from June to maybe mid-August, but it's gone on into September now. And these conditions really favor seam bowling. And we saw what Karan and Sompa did in the first 10 overs.
Oh yes, and they've been complimented wonderfully well by the spinners as well, the finger spinners. Meanwhile, you can see the young talent of Kenya. Viraj was so impressed in the T20 internationals. Pushkar as well, I believe he's quite a rising star in Kenyan cricket. We're all waiting for their chances, and I'm sure that's quite a happy little huddle over there for Nepal. We'll just take a look at some fours as well.
Yeah, that was Sukdeep, pitched outside off stump, cut nicely. Again, Karim goes over point. Karim tickles it down to fine leg. That was from the inside edge onto the pad. That was a brilliant shot from Karim, flicking to the deep mid-wicket boundary. And another straight drive from Karim.
I just feel Karim will feel a little dejected on throwing it away. He looks so good in the middle. He looked good on both sides of the wicket. This was the shot of the morning. Exquisite drive through covers. Effortless, full of timing. And then, of course, an outside edge here for Rakib, getting them another 4. It's been a little bit of a crawl for the Kenyan team to get to 53. And in the process, they've lost 4 wickets as well.
And as we get back, the two batters on the wicket, Colin Sabuya and Rakeb Patel, have been the mainstay of the Kenyan batting, and they now have a lot of responsibilities on their shoulders to rebuild this innings and get Kenya to a decent total.
And they're up against 2 very tidy spinners, may I add, who are in rhythm. Single, just played with deft hands, soft hands. They're running for the second, one for the arm, and they'll complete it comfortably. Good running, good calling. This is the kind of intent they need to show, Steve.
Good running by the Kenyans there. They've been guilty of not taking the quick singles and turning them into 2s. But this time around, Karim and Collins do well and take 2 runs. Tossed up there by Alam. Rakeb plays it too long off for a single.
Never easy to adjust between formats. In T20 or an overdrive mode, and all of a sudden, from the highway, you need to go into the service lane, Steve.
Definitely, yeah, from T20 to 50 overs. But again, it's just the mindset. I always believe the basics remain the same. Just changing the mindset. 50 overs, you need to spend a little
Is
bit
that a
more
big
time.
adjustment, Steve, that mindset, change of mindset?
To some players, it's not. To some, you might find it is. When I was playing, for me, it was not such a big shift. Like I said, just change your mindset and realize it's 50 overs. You need to spend more time on the wicket.
Absolutely. That's something the Kenyan cricketers will have to really adapt quickly to. A slip in position. Very tidy start here by Alam as well. Tossed up. Are they getting into a shell at the moment, the Kenyans, Steve?
Yeah, looks like, and to get out of that will be just to turn, keep rotating the strike, use your hands nicely, play the ball into the gaps and pick the singles. But again, the Nepal captain has done so well. He's kept on attacking, and as Collins plays the ball down to short mid-wicket, they run through for a single. Well done there by the bowler, recovering and keeping it to a single.
Very good fielding of his own bowling there, Alam. Only 4 off his over. And that's been the highlight of Nepal. They've kept things very tight. 16 gone. It's 57 for 4. This partnership will be very important for Kenya if they have to get to a sizable total. Colin Zabuya, just 1 run for him. Rakib 10. Irfan was the last man to depart. Pawan has looked very good. This is the first of the 3 one-day games, and it's all happening at the Nairobi Gymkhana here. Look at that for turn, and that's why the leg slip is in position for a small little tickle. On this occasion, it's a wide, and it'll run away for a 4. 4 welcome runs here for Kenya. Make that 5. They won't be complaining.
The amount of turn on this beats everything, beats the keeper, beats the leg slip, and rolls away for 4. The wicket has shown to have some good turn and bounce. And Pawan asking questions, a bit harsh there to be called for a wide ball.
This time short and trying to just play deep in the crease and make some room for himself, Obuya. I'm sure he'll want to make the most of the opportunity, Steve.
Definitely is. Like I said, one of the senior batters in the team. He would like to shoulder the responsibility.
Tentative again. Should I go for the drive? Just a little over defensive on this occasion there, Obuya.
And Collins realizing what Pawan is looking for. The turn between the gate, through the bat and pad. And just playing tentatively.
Gives the charge on this occasion. Does not quite middle it. You can sense that something will give way at this point in time because he's been tied down.
There you go, again tossed up outside off stump, gets the inside edge and trickles to the man at short fine leg. That's what Pawan is looking for, the turn outside off stump, back onto the middle stump.
And all of a sudden leg slip once again has been introduced. Short and wide, turn and bounce on that occasion. They're taking a single. This could be close. Comfortably in the end.
So far, good over from Pawan, apart from the 4 wide balls. The rest have been 4 dot balls.
Oh, goes for that big heave over mid-wicket in no position whatsoever. Rakib just taking his eyes off the ball on that occasion. Another very fine over where Pawan comes to an end. 17 gone, it's 63 for 4.
These two looking to rebuild the Kenyan innings. Kenya 63 for 4 after 17 overs, in deep trouble there. But this partnership is the one that will look to give them that total that they're looking for. They can defend. And Rakep plays the paddle sweep to deep fine leg. They run through for 2 runs. I beg your pardon, Collins.
So they'll have to find a move on from here, Kenya. Somebody will have to take charge and just bring in a little bit of acceleration in this innings of theirs. Good comeback here by Alam. What I've liked about the Nepal bowlers this morning, they've bowled in their areas, their channels, Steve.
They've been very disciplined and patient. It's a game of patience. Whoever is more patient walks away with success.
That's the rule of life as well.
Again, Collins plays the paddle sweep, but this time for a single.
They've had to construct shots. They've had to manufacture shots here, Steve. Now the sweep is something he had to manufacture, and that's Nepal's strength. They have not allowed easy runs. They have said, go work hard for your runs.
And when they put you in such a position, it's a risk you're taking. If you miss the ball, Rakep dabs it down to short fine leg, and they go through for a single. Kenyans doing it in singles.
Yes, at the moment, the boundaries have dried, and this is what Nepal will be happy about. They'll say, we're happy giving singles with a few dots in between, as far as the big boundaries are not going by. Quicker through the air, with the arm. Single down the ground towards long off. Single to end the over. And another very fine bowling effort here by Alam. 68 for 4 after 18.
Pawan continuing from the city end. So far it's been fairly tight, not giving away too many runs. We see a field change. The leg slip moves out to short square leg. We have a deep fine leg, deep mid wicket, long on, and the 3 fielders on the offside. Collins there looking to use his feet. Pushes the ball to short mid-wicket for no run.
Just like the way Arjun saw it, behind the stumps, got that deflection. We see a lot of that these days in international cricket. Just deflect the ball onto the stumps. Very agile behind the wickets, the Arjun saw it. Turn. Just keeping them on the back foot at the moment.
Definitely, yeah. And most wicket keepers in modern cricket are very smart nowadays with the flicks and all that.
And they wait for that foot to be in the air for that fraction of a second and then dislodge the bails. Short and wide. No sweeper cover in the gap. Fielder gives chase. Lovely fielding there by the captain. Rohit Paudel gives in the slide as well. Keeps it to 2. This is the kind of intent and commitment we've seen this morning from Nepal.
Yes, beautiful. You know, you like to see that commitment in the field. saving each and every run, because each and every run counts. Nowadays, the margin of victory is very minimal. Once again pitched up by Pawan, looking for the turn. Collins just manages to knock it to short mid-wicket for no run. Again, Collins uses his feet, taps it down to long on for a single.
Steve, I need to ask you this question. In such a situation with two batters in the middle, what's the discussion between both the batters?
The discussion would be, we 70 for 4. Let's look to keep consolidating. Pick the singles, pick the twos. If we get the odd ball for a boundary, thank you very much. But we should not lose another wicket, because if we lose another wicket, then we're in trouble. So that would be the thought process between these two batters. Just keep consolidating. Pick the singles, pick the twos. Odd ball goes for a boundary. And as we see the end of the 19th over, Kenya 71 for 4.
Fair enough. Would it also be an indicator of what's the kind of total they would be looking at this stage? 1971 for 4, 6 wickets in hand.
At this stage, definitely they should be looking for a score of about 240, 250. That gives you a chance to be competitive in the game. But if these two stay on, we've seen Rakep, and we know Collins can also go big later on.
Can dance down the pitch on this occasion. Collins has been trying to use his feet on several occasions. He's not been able to middle the ball. He's struggling with timing this morning.
Yes, he is struggling with timing, but I like the idea of him using his feet to the spinners. Sort of disturbs the bowler to try and change his length.
Yes, no, Rakep wanted a single. Obuya was stuck in his crease. You can sense both the batters are trying to find scoring opportunities. It's a very strong offside field. 3 inside the circle, 4 inside the circle on the off. And that line has also been slightly off in middle. Talk about struggling with timing there again.
I thought there he played the shot moving away instead of into the ball and cutting it. So it was the position while he was playing the ball.
Oh, look at that. Just didn't get to the pitch of the ball, just playing slightly away.
Beaten in the flight there. Alam has really flighted the ball nicely.
This is very good bowling. Very good bowling by Alam. Keep it simple. Remember, there's no Sandeep Lamichhane. That's why the spinners will need to really on the full on this occasion, but he misses on a full toss. It's a maiden. And I'll tell you what, Alam has done a remarkable job. 20 gone, it's 71 for 4.
And as we say bye to Mikael, Kenya 71 for 4 after 20 overs. Pawan continuing from the city end. Starts off with big turn and bounce. Asking questions of Rakep Patel.
Just get the impression both the batters have got into their shell and somebody will need to break the shackles, take the attack against the opposition. This time manufacturing another shot, playing the sweep from outside of off. And that's how tight the bowling has been this morning. I just like the way the slip fielder quickly read the batter and started running towards the leg slip.
Good awareness there. Always taught when you're on the field to expect the ball to come to you. So it's about awareness. Collins again, shimmy down the wicket, but manages just to block it.
Yes, the intent is right. The execution is missing here for Collins. You've got to get on top of the bowler. Don't allow them to dominate. Still a lot of time left in this game. Play towards backward square leg. This could be close. Not really. Comfortably taken there. A single. Pawan's not happy.
Bowler seems not happy there.
Steve, the bowlers are never happy conceding a run.
It goes to your final analysis. And, you want your fielders to fight for you and stop every run.
Indeed. As stingy and as miserly can a bowler be, they'll always want to be that.
Again, turn there. Rakep looking to tickle it down to fine leg, but manages to play to square leg. No run there. Appreciable turn by Pawan on this wicket.
I'm sure if you speak to Rohit Paudel now and say, would you still bat it after winning the toss? He'll say, no, I'll take it. 73 for 4. I'm enjoying fielding first. There again, trying to manufacture. Runs are drying up here for Kenya. Pawan's sticking to a very good line and length this morning. Only 2 off the 21st over. It's 73 for 4. And just the right time to bid goodbye from the comm box and welcome one of my favorites here, Kennedy Obuya.
After 21 overs, Kenya 73 for 4. The Nepal bowlers have been very tight, not giving anything away. As we welcome Kennedy into the commentary box again.
Thank you, Stevie. They have been mean with the runs. I don't know what to say. It looks like it's been spinning. And these two players are very good players of spin. So if they can't get it off, know that it's quite tough in there.
They've both been on the wicket. Rakep on 12, Collins on 10. And Collins plays the big sweep to deep square leg for only a single. Good fielding there.
Saying the runs have been scarce. Totally scarce. 21 of 71. It's not that it swung a little bit, but not too much in the morning. But the Nepalese bowled good area. They've been consistent. Spin took over. Good shot. A powerful shot from Rakep. Good slog sweep for 4 runs. Well-deserved boundary, and Kenya needed that.
Beautiful shot there by Rakep. Goes down on one knee. Plays the big sweep to deep mid-wicket.
That's the shot that he needed to release. That's going to be a crucial shot, but it's not easy to play spin. It's not going to be easy to play spin. So if they can hang around, yeah, it's going to be tougher in the afternoon also. It's going to be slowed down a little bit, so it's going to depend how Kenyans will bowl in the initial overs. Cut shot. Single. They've already got 5 runs of that over.
But these two, Kennedy again, I would say, they are the senior batters in the Kenya team. They just need to be patient, occupy the crease, bet until the 30th over, 35th over. And after that, then they can open up.
And that's very crucial if they bet deep. Picks the first one, good running. Good placement. That's what we keep on talking about. You keep pick up picks, 1s and 2s. And I'm saying, if you're finding it hard, as the person who is in there, keep it in mind that the person who will come in next will find it even harder. So just absorb the pressure for a while. It will open up. Good ball. Well played.
Alam finishes off with a dot ball. In the context of the game, this is a good over for Kenya. 7 runs coming off it. Kenya 80 for 4 after 22 overs.
It's interesting where will you go now, Steve? What target would you be looking at the moment? They're on 80 for 4, 22 overs. You're looking at another 28 overs. Am I right? Yes, 20 overs. Where would Kenya go from here? If they go 6 runs and over, if they go 7 runs and over, or they can keep their wickets towards the end and see if they can accelerate. And Pawan continues. Spin has been dominating. Slip. There's a slip. They'll keep on looking for one. Collins is on 12. Rakeb is on 17. It's been a tough one. And the slip has moved to leg slip. So it's interesting field placing. But there's no sweeper, so I think they're trying to stop the pedal sweep. Talk again, captain are talking. And back again. He's gone back to the slip. So he's been changing, so it looks like he's going to attack the middle leg. Again goes down to leg. Collins tickles, run the first one fast. He's going to go for 4. Yes, he does. 4 runs. Well deserved boundary. It's turning.
Beautifully played by Collins. The ball has been turning. Collins just manages to tickle it down to find leg using the spin, as we see there from the replay. Tickles it down round the corner for a boundary. Played very well with the spin.
Very, very good. It's tough. It looks it's spinning a lot. Good turn again. I don't know why Collins is trying to run him down. There's a slip. Just go forward and hit it in between mid-on, mid-wicket area. Mid-wicket, mid-on, mid-off. That's a good. If you block it there on the off, you may deserve to get a single. Played. No run. They're finding it hard to get runs. Is it the wicket holding? Is it turning? It's turning a little bit. And bounce. Well played, well watched, well bowled. Irfan Karim, I thought, played just a wrong shot. Should have hung on for a man, played across the line. He was more patient. This game will suit him very well. Shot from Collins with a lot of authority. Good cut shot, 4 runs. Class. Good placing.
Kennedy, this is as a result of the previous ball where Collins came down the wicket, though he didn't get a run. Made the bowler to shift his length. The bowler pitches it short and Collins pounces on it.
And straight away, change of field placing. The slip goes out. Goes to deep point. Good ball again. So, finish the end of a beautiful over for Kenya. 8 runs they got from that over. Pawan, not very impressive with the ball. But Kenyans are right on top of score. 88 for 4.
Subfielder on the field, probably a message from the dugout to the 2 batters. Just keep doing what you're doing, keep consolidating, take it deep, and then later on we can explode.
That was it. Bashir comes in. Change from the Forest Road end. Bashir. Left arm. Spin. Because it's got to be The first four bowlers have been outstanding with their areas of bowling. They've been mean to the Kenyans. The Kenyans haven't got any runs.
Again, with a change of bowling left-arm spinner, the captain maintains the slip, the catching position. So the captain, Rohit Paudel, very positive, looking to pick wickets.
Rakeb cuts with authority, runs the first one quick. So stick to the single. This could be any one run from Rakeb. But single his first one, gets a single. The surface has played totally opposite to the way Jim Canterfield wicket normally plays. Good ball.
Collins there undecided whether to go forward or back.
He can smile now. Just missed off stump.
This time goes forward, just plays it, dead stop.
Look at the way they're playing, Steve. It looks like it's spinning big time. And that's what I said earlier. You play the pedal sweep. It's a good shot. Good shot with a lot of authority. 4 runs. Massive sweep shot all the way along the ground. Good ball from Collins and good shot. 4 runs.
Beautiful shot there from Collins. Goes down on one knee, plays the big sweep to deep square leg and gets a 4. As you're saying, Kennedy, to the spinners, if the Kenyans can play the pedal or the sweep shot, just to change the bowler, his length and all that.
And that's what you're looking for. Once you play the sweep shot, you'll force him to pitch it a little bit short, then it gives you a chance to get a single. So that's beautiful. Well played.
Good cricket there.
His bowling is been mixed up. 4 runs from Collins. And he's really tossing it. It's a single. Kenyans are going well. 5-6 runs and over. It's not bad. If you can stick to that, it'd be very good. Talk about good boundary. And the score is 95 for 4.
7 runs from that over. Kenyans moving along nicely now. Again, these two need to be on the wicket. They've put up a partnership of 40 runs already. Kenya would need them to put a partnership of 80 plus 100 runs.
Gloves comes in. There are gloves everywhere. Collins is changing his gloves. Rakeb is telling him, keep going. We still got a job. We've got a job to do here. We are nearly halfway down. If you can hang on, you'll get to a respectable score. Collins at 25, Rakeb 19. Score is 95. We are nearly halfway down. Good shot from Rakeb. Picks up on a single. Being very cautious.
And Kennedy, from here on, a runner ball will take Kenya to 250.
It's a good one.
So these two just need to keep on consolidating. Keep picking the singles, the twos, the odd boundary.
If they pick ones and twos, that will be a good one. A odd boundary will come here. But these two must try and bet deep. If they want to reach somewhere and a little bit competitive score, they must bet deep and completely deep. As you're holding on, Collins, Taipei had come off. He's back again. Good ball. A little bit of turn yet. They've been tossing it. Because of the spin, toss it to that area, picks up ones and twos. They're 4 inside the circle at the moment. 5, I beg your pardon, plus the slip. but you're giving nothing away completely. Another good ball again, well left.
And Alam has been fantastic in his spell. Started from the city end, now he's bowling from... Started from the Forest Road end, now he's bowling from the city end. 3 dot balls out of the 4 balls he's bowled so far. Tosses it up.
Tried to go extra, but couldn't get it. One bounce. Looked like a wicket, but the ball bounced down. The fans were a little bit excited. They thought it was catch. Not a catch. He wants to go extra, but pick 1s and 2s still. Go deep. Yes, easy one. Picking. Alam. Beautiful over. Class. Only 2 runs of that over. And the score is 97 for 4. Let's keep going, go deep, deeper and deeper. Can the Kings go deep? Can Collins go through?
And as I leave the commentary box, welcome David Asiji to continue with Kennedy Obuya.
David Asiji is back with me. Steve has taken a small break. We are in for these 2 guys to bet deep. So I don't know. I get it nicely because he's trying to play the late cut. Very late, but they're bowling slow. So for you to beat that person down there, you must go in for a slog sweep. 6 runs.
Gets a big
on the
one.
boundary. Massive one.
Oh, that's lovely, Collins. That's what we were speaking about earlier, Kennedy. Collins and Rakep, if they continue staying on the wicket, we'll see some good cricket.
That's a good shot. That's a very, very good release shot. He's looking to play on that area, but look at where he goes. Down the knees, go bang.
The timing was super.
6 runs, is the mid-wicket moving, is the field changing? Not at all, they're sticking to that. He's tossing it, he's been tossing it through and through.
He's trying to invite him to play some big shots and up in the air. And Collins, with his experience, he's putting the ball on the ground down nicely.
Good cricket. After 6, use your feet and get a single. Well done. Good play.
And those claps says a lot, because when you hear people clapping, it means they've just seen something and they're enjoying it again. Wow, that's Collins doing what he does best.
Rakip Patel cuts it. Good shot. Will he go for boundary? They excuse the first one. They run the first one hard. Can they run 3? No, they stick to 2. Good over. Good over from the Kenyans. Ball good area. Rakip picked 2 runs. Waited. Then cut it late. Beats covers for 2. So they try to play the same shot. No run. That brings us to the end of another beautiful over for Kenyans. And Bashir has conceded 6-1-2. And the score is 106 for 4 after 26. Right.
Kennedy, this is the backbone of the Kenya team now. If Rakep and Collins continue here, and if you see the overs now, it's 26. If they continue batting to the end of 37, 38 to 40 overs, we'll see the scoreboard moving.
We just need to bet deep these 2. They both can accelerate. They've got the power, the muscle. They can muscle it around. Can we go through? Can we go through with it? Will it be interesting towards the end?
I think
That's it.
I saw the 12th man maybe coming in. Maybe that's a message from the coach guys, continue playing, continue rotating the sides, take singles, pick the singles, and if the loose ball comes to your area, go for it. It looks now, if you look at the batters now, they look comfortable.
Turn. He had already gone up. Collins is looking to play a lot on the back foot. They're still looking for a nick. And Lamas bowled it well, but it was going down leg. Collins turned his back. So it's a slow turn. It's a slow surface. Cuts it. Good shot. That's the area. They're playing right on the back. Always good spinner, good players of spin normally uses the crease. Either you come forward, you step out, you sweep, make use of the crease, go completely forward, cut, pull, pick up your runs easily. Make it more difficult. Good ball.
I've seen Collins, the way he's attacking those spinners, the way he comes out, blocks, comes out, drive. He's covering the ball so well.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. Use of the crease completely, and that's why. Shot from Rakeb. Picks up a single. That's it. Keep going. Go deep. Nepalis have still been mean. These middle overs. They've been licking one boundary, but they've still been bowling very well. Their spinners have done a very good job. Backed up the seam as well. Set up. It's like he was set up to go mid-wicket, change his mind and play the defensive one.
Now that's his experience now. Changing your mind immediately before the ball, that sounds better now.
Shot, a quicker one. And Lamas picked it up, looked like a sieve. And that's what you understand. That's why you play the sweep shot. You play the sweep shot so that you force him to bowl it flatter. When he bowls it flatter, it becomes much easier. And that is the end of the 27th over. Kenya are 109 for 4.
Rakeb stands on 23 and Collins on 34. That's keep on moving the board. Scoreboard is now ticking. And the more they pick those singles, Kennedy, I think we'll have a good number at the end of 5th over.
The thing is, if you're looking at 30 overs, that's 120 balls. Can you get 120 runs? Looking from here, and for most of the team, look at a position of getting to about 250, 260,
yeah,
270. The way the surface is playing, if you land in there, it will be very, very, very good. But for Nepalis, you must make sure that you make it as tight as possible, be as mean. And change of bowling from the Forest Road end. Currents comes back to see if he can get a breakthrough. They have had enough of spin.
I think maybe they've realized now when you bring back the pace bowler, something might happen, either good for the batters or good for the bowler. And that's the reason why they've decided to bring him back to see if he can just pick one wicket. And by breaking this partnership, is going to work well on them. Because if you compare the first 6 overs that he bowled earlier, actually the last 2 overs he was getting a bit tired, and that's the reason why he was cut off. And then since they bowled more than 10 overs now, he has gained his energy, and that's why he's going to bring it back again.
The captain has used his ball as well, rotated them well.
Just look at that.
I think Rohit has captained very well. He's rotated his ball as well. He brought in the seamers when he needs to. He used the new ball. He's rotated. After the new ball, he's rotated the spin as well. And I see the game is like getting away from him. He's brought back his main bowler to see if he can give him a breakthrough. Collins goes hard, and good piece of fielding. Good drive.
That is the reason why he's the captain. He's just showing it to everyone what is they're supposed to be doing. And I think Collins wants to attack the best bowler, looks more easy and comfortable than when he was playing the spin. Because you know the spin, sometimes the turn, you never know what is going to happen next.
Good shot from nothing. Shot. Again, good shot. Good fielding. And good shot from Collins.
Mohamed Asif there saving a boundary.
Karan continues the good work that he started with 4 dot balls already.
Kennedy, the weather is a bit changing right now. Some warmth is coming up.
Shot from Collins. Still no run. Hit the point straight. Talking about the weather, it's very odd in Nairobi. This is not this time of the year. It's normally very hot. Very, very. It was hot yesterday. Good weather yesterday. Today, it's a little bit cloudy. It's cold. That's what David is saying. It's open up a little bit.
Do you think in the next 1 hour we'll see something good?
Good bowling from Karan. Looks at Collins. And Karan's finish. A beautiful over and a maiden over from Karan. Score is 109 for 4 after 28.
You can see the captain trying to congratulate him after bowling that maiden over.
As a senior bowler, I thought Karan has done excellent area. That's what you need from your senior bowler. He bowls up the order, he picked up wickets, he comes in the middle, it doesn't concede any runs. At the same time, you bring him to try and pick up wickets.
I think Rohit knows how to use him. He's just not making him motor. He give him chance to rest ball.
Shot from Rakeb. Basir balls his fast ball, but try to balls round across the umpire. Picks up a single from Rakeb. It's been tough for batsmen, very tough. Good ball.
Basir is attacking that middle stump of his using the left arm.
I think that Collins is still determined to play it on the square of the wicket. Play it in front, mid on, mid off. She's just hanging behind. Try to go over the top. Picks a single. Ask me, there's no need at all. You can just stay on the wicket and pick 1, 2. It's going to be easy.
He has realized what he's doing, because when he is coming out, he might go for a big one.
Rakeb goes a slog sweep. Has it gone all the way?
Yes.
Yes, it is. 6 runs from Rakeb. And that's what I'm telling you. These two are very good players of spin. Good shots. 6 runs from Rakeb. Well-deserved 6. That's what I'm saying. If Collins was getting a little bit of pressure by trying to go over the top, they have released the pressure. They're already on 8 runs, so if you can still stay there on 8 runs and over from now, you get... That's good ball. Good cricket.
That's what you talked earlier, Kennedy. A 6 and a single.
That's very important. That's what I'm saying. The good thing of the slog sweep, or you play the sweep, you force the bowler to dart it in. So once it darts it in, it's easier to hit on, mid off. Easy. Put down the leg. Nicks it. Is it a leg bite? Looks like a leg bite because the ball slowed down. Let's see what the umpire is going to give. Yes, it's given a leg side. And another good over from the Kenyans. There was a 6-1-1-1 plus a leg bye. Good over. Score is 118 for 4 after 28.
Actually, it's 119 Kennedy.
Beg your pardon? 119.
Yes. Plus that leg by.
David Asiji, the mathematician. His calculations are spot on. How did I miss that one?
That is a good thing when you sit with your brother.
That's why you're working in a school, David.
That sounds nice.
Those kids can't get it wrong. They've got to add and subtract and multiply.
They're very sharp. If you do a mistake, they'll correct you in front.
Talking about maths, we are back to Karan. He's been as mean as ever. He's not giving anything away. Worked hard for every ball that is bowled.
His calculation is doing so well and marvelous. Because if you see the way he's bowling to his line and length, the ball is just going to the fielders the way he's placed them.
Good ball again. And good fielding. This Karan has been mean. He's bowled 7 overs. He's bowled 7 overs, 1 for 20. He's got a wicket and gone for 20 runs. So he's bowled economically well.
And the way this guy, Karan, is attacking the stumps, you just feel and enjoy because he's just bowling according to the captain.
Going down leg. Picks up a single from Collins. It could be a leg by. Yes, it is a leg by. I'm saying 7. Tight. Karan's been mean. Score runs. Leg by.
I think he's just enjoying whatever he's doing right now. The way he's running from the run-up to the releasing end. It just looks so comfortable, nice. Because now if you see all the balls, now he's trying to keep the ball, not giving any bounce.
Another good ball from Karan. He's given everything. Every time he has been given the ball on his hands, he's given all his best. And he squares Rakeb.
He's mixing everything, outswing and inswing.
He's been consistent. He's bowled well. He's bowled tight. The Kenyans haven't got a chance to get away. And these two are set. If these two can't get him away, one is on 31, one is on 35. His bowling is the 8th over, so he's got another 2 more overs after this towards the end. Good ball again, and good pace. And another class bowling from Karan. The areas that he's hitting are unbelievable.
At the end of 30th over, the score is 120 for the loss of 4 wickets. Rakep on 31 and Collins Obuya on 35.
As I take a small break, I welcome the legend Steve Tikolo with a very good friend of mine, David Asiji, to go on.
Welcome, Steve.
Thank you, David. Kenya 120 for 4 after 30 overs. 20 overs to go. Run a ball from here. We'll see Kenya get to 240.
Do you think the message that came in, what do you think coach have just told the batsman to do?
I think it's just keep doing what you've been doing. Keep consolidating. We need the two of you to bat long. Take the game to the 40th over. And then we have 6 wickets in hand. The last 10 overs we can try and go big.
Wow. Because maybe he has just looked at the scoreboard. His calculation, I don't know what he's trying to, or what the figures he's looking for.
As Collins taps the ball down to deep point, they pick a single. And so far the Nepal spinners have done a good job for their captain. Basir continuing from the city end. Ball short. Rakep gets into position, pulls it to deep mid-wicket. 1 bounce, 2 bounce, 4 runs. Good shot there by Rakep Patel.
I think he waited for such a ball to come, and he got it. And after the ball coming,
the captain there just talking to Bashir, cooling him down. Making plans there, just telling him keep it tight.
already they have 5 runs, 3 balls to go. Maybe they can accelerate in the 3 balls coming back.
And again, good shot, lovely cover drive from Rakep, past the man in the in-ring for 4 runs. Back-to-back boundaries by Rakep Patel.
It's saving it, because now I think that is the message that I was asking about it. The way the ball is turning, you see the ball pitched outside off stump, and the ball is running away. Rakep just touched on that ball.
Good use of his hands there, Rakep Patel.
He looks like good play of the spin.
Plays another cover drive, but well stopped by the skipper, Rohit Paudel, in the covers. Very well bowled there by Basir. Bit of loop and turn. Squared Rakep. End of the 31st over. Kenya got 9 runs from it. Kenya 129 for 4 after 31 overs.
I think the 2 batters are accelerating so well, and it's giving them some momentum now. Let's see now the change of the bowling from the sit back end.
Definitely, David. These 2 are senior players in the Kenya team. They've been the mainstay of the batting for quite some time now. Rakep Patel on 39, Collins Obui on 36. Like I said earlier on, if they keep batting to the 40th over, they'll give Kenya the chance to build a big total that they can defend later on.
We always say when a senior player is on the ring getting those runs, then after reaching the 20 and plus, that is the time there the batsman should go and complete the batting.
And we see a bowling change from the Forest Road end. Adil comes on, starts off with a dot ball. Bowled outside off stump. Collins went for a big swipe and missed it. Adil coming back for his second spell. Bowled well in the first spell.
I think Rohit has just used his bowlers so well. The way he exchanged them, 2 overs rest, 2 overs rest. He's giving momentum to the bowlers now. You can't see any bowler getting tired at all, because after 2 overs you get rest and you see what is going to happen next. Because if you compare now, when Karan came to replace the spinner, he bowled 2 lovely overs. He gave only about 3 to 4 runs. Now the replacement has come in. Let's see what he can do.
And I think also the thought process is try and break this partnership. The seamers, like Karan, the way he came in and bowled 2 overs with good pace and energy. It's about trying to get that wicket, break this partnership.
I don't see any more difference with Adil again, because he's pushing it, and if you see, no, those are 3 dot balls. Now Collins has to think of something.
Goes short. Collins cuts it to deep backward point for a single.
Steve, do you think they should attack the bowlers right now, or they should just still continue getting the singles and looking for 1 boundary in between?
I think the way they've been batting has been good. Just keep the momentum going, pick the singles, pick the 2s with the odd boundary. Get your 6-7 runs per over for the next 10 overs. And Rakep goes hard, gets the outside edge.
And saved.
Saved there by the fielder, Alam, at 3rd man, only for a single. Rakep went hard there and only managed to get the outside edge that flew over slips. Fortunately, there was no slip fielder.
Steve, if you see what Adil is doing, he's just giving it outside off stump, forcing the batsman to swing the bat. After the end of the over, Kenya is 131 for the loss of 4 wickets. Rakep Patel playing on 40 and Collins Obuya on 37. 32 overs gone.
Again, we see the sub fielder coming in with water. Must be a message from the technical bench to the two senior batters. Just keep going, guys. These two have put up a partnership of 67 runs so far.
So Dipendra comes in. Let's see. Are the batters going to attack him, or they're just going to wait for some time back? Because now we are on 32nd over.
Rakep goes for a sweep shot, manages to glove it down to short fine leg. The crossover for a single. Was looking to go big, but only managed to glove it to short fine leg.
I think they are both enjoying now. If you see the way they're driving, sweeping and everything, the arms looks like nice and easy now to them.
Again, Collins turns it square to short square leg for a single.
If they keep on moving for singles times 6, those are 6 runs, and maybe they happen to get an easy ball to go big, that will continue for them. Like that's what I've been talking about. Already is going for 2 and managed it.
Ire mixing his lines and lengths. Pulls it outside off stump. Rakep goes for the cut and misses it.
After releasing the ball, I don't know, the ball skids. There's a way that he's doing it. Oh, good line again. Just go for a dot. Oh, that's what Rakep does so well, go for a boundary.
That was a nice shot from Rakep. Played the paddle sweep for 4 runs. Goes down, plays the paddle sweep, and the ball rolls to the boundary, 4 runs.
It was a bit quick, Steve. He just tapped it.
He's getting value for his shots on this outfield.
Just using the pace of the ball.
End of the 33rd over. Kenya 139 for 4. Rakep Patel on 46. Collins Obuya on 38.
Looking like a promising score for them both. Mohamed Adil continuing from the sit back end and ready with the dot ball again. Steve, if you look at this fielding, how interesting is it?
I think Nepal have done a good job in the field, going back to the T20 series and even this first one-day game. They've been very committed in the field. Adil goes down leg for a wide ball.
And they have controlled their extra runs, because if you compare the T20 extras and the ODI extras, they look quite different. The field is looking quite nice and lovely. People are piling now, coming. I think just after lunch, we might see a good number. That looked like a wide, but umpire just left it. Steve, how are these our own umpires, their performance, if you can rate them?
So far, I think they've done a good job. The T20 series and this first one there. They've been on the mark, if you ask me. Again,
yes.
Adil bowls another dot ball, just looking to build up the pressure. So far, 3 balls. Again, another dot ball. Bowling tight lines and lengths to Collins.
He's not giving any room at all, because they know how strong he is when it comes to cutting positions and drives. So it's just get 3/4 length. Collins just giving the block, and now if you see the 4th dot ball.
Collins double steps, misses it. This is pressure building up. Something's going to give.
You can see the way Rakep is shaking his head. Maybe he's just trying to pass a message to Collins. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's try to exchange. Push, let's get 1-1 like that. And then we never know what would come next. Oh, that's another lovely ball. Oh. That is the end of 34th over. The score reads 140 for the loss of 4 wickets. Rakep on 46 and Collins Obuya on 38. You can see Rohit just signaling his spinner, telling him, what do you think? And the spinner is just telling me, I'm fine, I can continue. Dipendra Singh Aire.
Aire continues from the city end. His first over fetched 9 runs. Starts off with a slog sweep down to deep square leg for a single. Rakep playing the slog sweep well. He's done it very well this morning.
Just at the end of the previous over, the captain asked him, are you okay? I saw him just saying yes, he's comfortable.
Collins goes for the slog sweep and misses it. How did that not hit the off stump, David?
He pushed the ball so hard, I think, and they got the bounce. I don't know how it went. That was good keeping from the keeper. Oh, tossed again and lovely. Well played for 1.
Nice cricket there by Collins. Just keep rotating the strike.
Because when you see a bowler troubling you, just run away from the side and give your partner to handle it.
Again, just soft hands by Rakep down to point. They pick a single there.
Running in between the wickets has been good for this between these two. Because just an eye, and then they take, no.
Collins goes down the wicket, plays the big slog sweep.
Pushing for 2.
Good fielding there. Allows only 2 runs. Aire there finishes with a dot ball. 5 runs from this over. Kenya 145 for 4 after 35 overs. It's time to say Goodbye to David Asiji as we welcome Mikhail into the commentary box.
Thank
And we have a drinks break as the players go for the drinks. Rakep and Collins have done a good job for the Kenya team. With 15 overs to go, Kenya on 145 for 4. And we have an interview with Shrata by the dugouts. She's with David Obuya, the Kenyan coach.
Asante to the commentators, which means thank you. Joining you once again live from the iconic ground Nairobi Gymkhana, and joining me one of the strongest pillars of the Kenya team, the head coach of the Kenya team, David Obuya. So welcome and thank you for joining us. Lot of pressure on your shoulders because you have to guide with the players as well as pressure of their performance.
I think there is not too much pressure on me. It's just take every game one at a time and give everybody opportunity and try to win as many games as possible. So far, the tournament has been excellent for us. We've seen a lot of positive than negative, and we are moving on.
Okay, as a coach, what is the strongest point of the Kenya team? How do you analyze? What is the strongest point?
I think our strength has been the batting, but so far in this tournament, we haven't got to a good start in the way we thought, especially in the T20s. So that's an area where we need to really work hard on. But the positive is where we've been struggling on the later order batsmen, they've come through in this tournament. So that's an area, that's a plus point. For the top order, it's just a matter of time and we'll get there.
Okay, difference between the cricket in your era and this era. What is the major difference and the basic difference?
I think the major difference in this era is, one, you have to be very fit. Yeah, because the running in between the wicket and the game is a bit quicker than when we used to play, where it was only 50 overs and also a lot of power plays into play. So that means that you need to have a lot of energy and you have to be very fit.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
That's it from the ground. Over to the commentary box.
Thank you, Shraddha. That was David Obuya, and quite optimistic about the way things are looking at the moment for Kenyan cricket. And is excited that the boys are getting a perfect opportunity platform, a launch pad to showcase their talent and skill. Meanwhile, just coming back to this game, 145 for 4, Steve. What is still a good total?
With 15 overs to go, if they go at runner ball, they'll get to 235. But I'm optimistic that if these two stay on the wicket, they'll get a score in the region of 260, 270. Adil continues from the Forest Road end. Kenya 145 for 4 after 35 overs. Rakep Patel on 48. Collins Obuya on 41. Starts off with a good shot to mid-off and very good fielding there by the skipper. Pulls out a dive to save the ball and restricts it to only a single.
Oh yes, this has been a very good partnership, but it has taken its time as well, Steve. Rakep on 49, Obuya playing the perfect foil on 41. Nicely fielded at Gully on that occasion. That was flying, let me tell you.
I can understand the partnership taking a bit of time, because when the two came in, Kenya had lost 4 wickets for not so many. So they had to consolidate again. I'm sure now they've been on the wicket, they know the conditions, and we probably going to see them open up now.
Driven down the ground, yes and no. That's been the problem this morning here with Kenya. They've not been very decisive in their calling on most occasions. Captain Rohit Paudel has been very impressive as leader today. Set an attacking field, backed his bowlers. This time again, driven down the ground, straight to him once again. Not easy, right, Steve, in cold conditions when that ball comes travelling at you.
Yeah, you get that sting on your hands. But again, you've got to do it for the team. Take the blow for the team. Collins looking to cut that, gets the bottom edge. Only manages to go to the keeper. Adil so far has done well in this over. 4 dot balls with 1 ball to go. Just 1 run of this over.
Yeah, it's important you pace the innings well. And at the moment it looks like, even though this partnership has come at a very good time, it's not come at a good pace. Gives the charge, up and over. That's a very handsome strike. Breaks the shackles, they call him Zabuya. And a much needed home run here for Kenya. They need to find more of this. This was good intent and execution. And a good way to end the over here for Kenya with a 6.
Good cricket there by Colin Sobuya, realizing the mid-off is up. Went over mid-off and all the way for 6. Kenya 152 for 4 after 36 overs.
Both the batters on 49, 14 overs to go. And I'll tell you what, if they can bring about a little bit of aggression from here on, and with 6 wickets in hand, this could be a good total that they could be looking at.
Definitely, yeah. If going on now, if they show the intent, like I said, we will be looking at a score of 260, 270.
Pawan Saraf has been introduced back into the attack, and what he's done very well so far in this game is he's created opportunities. And all of a sudden, when he comes into the attack, long off moves to mid off. So 3 fielders inside the circle on the off, 2 fielders inside the circle on the leg side. Have a sweeper cover. Deep mid wicket, long on, and deep square leg as well. Looks to go for the big hit. Did he get a little bit of inside edge on that? We'll have to wait and watch.
And as Pawan comes back, he, for the second spell, bowled very well in his first spell. Rakib. Another dot ball there.
Well done by Irie to put his body behind it. Awkward bounce there. Took him by surprise. But you've got to put your body on the line when you're playing professional sport.
Take the blow for the team. Oh, misfield there by the skipper. And Collins.
Tell him to make it 50.
Collins gets to his 50.
Fair to say that both the batters batting on 50 at the moment. Both of them have done the consolidation act, resurrection act for Kenya. It's now from where things need to change. They need to shift gears. From here on, things matter. Goes for the reverse sweep. Execution has been superb, and he fetches 4 as well. Desperate effort there by Kishore. Is unable to cut that off, and the runs have started to flow. Thick and fast at the moment. Rakep and Collins Obuya turning it on.
Beautiful shot there by Rakep. Goes for the reverse sweep. The fielder in the deep. Excellent try, but the ball rolls for a boundary. And like you said, Mikhail, the Kenyans need to shift the gears. And we see Rakep fetching a boundary.
Yes, it's been a productive last 2 overs. The 6 of the last over, a 4 in this, 6 coming off it. 37 gone. It's 158 for 4.
159, 159.
Wait, how are our graphics? Good shot there by Collins to deep point. Picks a single.
I guess time has come now for both these batters to just shift focus on their attacking gameplay. Obuya on 50. Rakep on 54. 2 well-set batters. Have had a good measure of the surface. Spent enough time to now take things into their own hands.
Definitely, it's time for them to open up. And as we say, open up. Rakep plays a beautiful cut, but only for a single in the deep.
Yeah, a word on the fielding. I just feel today Nepal have produced a very brilliant display of outfielding and catching. They've been on the ball, very alert and agile. Change of pace on that occasion. You've got to bring it all when you're bowling on a surface like this. And we've seen it so much in operation. The change-ups. Adil has bowled well this morning. And you sense Kenya now have decided attack is the best form of defense, Steve.
Yeah, they need to move on now with the 12.3 overs to go. If they're going to get to a decent total to defend, the time is now. Effort ball there from Adil, the mid-rib, Collins' mid-rib. Tries to pull it, but it was too quick for him. Only lobs it to square leg for a single.
Yes, Rakep Patel, quite a mainstay here for the Kenyan team. He can get you 17, 30 balls, and he can also get you 15, 40 deliveries. That's the kind of maturity he brings to the batting side of Kenya, Steve. Slower one again, nicely played towards square leg. Another single. This won't bother the Nepal team much.
And going back to Rakep, he's been around for the Kenya team for some time now.
And so has Obuya as well.
Yeah, and as we were talking in the morning about switching from the T20 to the 50 overs, this is a very good indication. 73 of 30, and today 50 of about 70 balls.
Quite rightly so, 56 of 64. Rakep Patel unbeaten. Another single.
That's the end of the 38 over. 5 runs coming from it. Kenya 164 for 4. Rakep Patel on 56. Collins Obuya on 53. With that, we see another bowling change from the city end. Sompa Kami comes on for his second spell. As Sompa comes back, his first spell was excellent. Bowled 6 overs, picked 2 wickets for 18 runs. I think the thought process behind this is try and get a wicket here. The captain's brought him back to try and break this partnership.
Yes, and at a time when batters are looking to attack, not a bad time to bring someone who's been very hostile and kept the batters on the back foot inside the crease. Sompal has been impressive, 2 for 18 for him and a 6 this morning, and he'll want to round it off with a couple of more. Mid-off up in the circle, a long on, deep mid-wicket in position, third man, fine leg up in the circle as well, and a sweeper cover in place, not really. 3 inside the off. Fair to ask Steve, have the Kenyan batsmen got a little too over defensive in this partnership of theirs?
You would say so, but understanding that these are the 2 main batters in the team, they probably had to play in that manner. If they had lost one of them, then there would have been jitters in the dugout.
Right.
But they've done the resurrecting work. Now it's for them to finish off the job.
Quick single towards backward point. Nicely done. You just get the impression that Rakib now is looking to tee off. He'll not feel that he's on a 22-yard strip. He'll want to count himself in as a golfer in the golfing greens at the moment. He'll want to tee off from the word go. And we've seen him play such hits as well.
And he's a good rid of match situations. I'm sure now he feels it's time for him to start looking for the big shots.
Not really. They've bowled the hard lengths this morning. Nepal, Sompal impressive. Pair up with the current KC with the new ball early in the day. Both of them got the ball to dart around and move around.
And they've been good for Nepal even in the T20 series. KC Karan and Sompa doing the job for their captain in the power play overs and then coming back to finish off.
Talk about improvisation, talk about being a little cheeky, and talk about innovation. Rakib Patel brings all of it when he's in the middle. Beautifully executed on this occasion. Just getting behind the line of the ball. Fine leg up in the circle. That was done very handsomely. One bounce into the ropes. Fuller this time, driven straight to covers. Good comeback here by Sompal.
Rakib feeling now he's in the zone, looking to go big. That one kept a bit low outside off stump. Rakib going for the cut and missing it. Sompa finishes his comeback over. 5 runs from it. Kenya 169 for 4 after 39 overs.
He's gone back to 160. Rakib 60. Adil to continue. 168 for 4. 2 batters batting over 50 at the moment. Punch down the ground. All right then. Getting into the last 10 overs after this. Prediction time for Steve Ticolo. If he's batting in the middle, what's the total he's looking at?
I would be looking to go at between 8 and 10 runs per over. Try and get the team to 260, 270.
Wow. That's almost 100 in the last 10.
The two guys who are on the wicket have been there for long, both on 50s. One is on 60, the other one on 53. So they're seeing the ball like a football.
Indeed, Rakib has a lot of shots in his armory, may I add. His repertoire as a batter needs no introduction to this part of the world. He can create shots. That's the best part about him. There he goes. It was a slow delivery, an off cutter. He picked that up very early and he's fetched maximum, I guess. Yes, he has. That's a very good shot, let me tell you. The fielder was positioned at deep square leg, but all he was, a spectator. There you see, just went through with that shot. Went to the longest part of the boundary, went over the fielder, into the ropes, and it's a home run.
Beautiful shot there by Rakib, just moving outside off stump and accessing the leg side. And again he goes hard, but only manages to play to the man at point for a single. Like we were saying earlier on, Mikhail, Rakib during this period of play is one player who can get you 15, 20 runs in an over. And now he's set.
We've seen him do that in the T20s. Fuller, another single down the ground towards long gone. So you get the impression that Obuya is happy giving strike to Rakib at the moment. He's playing second fiddle. And Rakib has the license to just go out there and play a very free and fearless brand of cricket at the moment.
Which is a good understanding between the two. Rakib is the one who can get you the big hits. So it's sensible for Collins just to keep on rotating the strike.
Much better on this occasion. Back of the length delivery, extracting some bounce, but a good over here for Kenya. 9 runs coming off it, 40 gone. It's 177 for 4.
And as I leave the commentary box, we welcome David Asiji to continue with Mikhail.
Thank you, Steve. Welcome, David. What a time to make your entry. An exciting next 10 overs lies ahead of us. And with the power play as well being introduced, you can expect a little bit of fireworks, may I add. Rakib on strike, Sompal steaming in. Again, beg your pardon, that's Colin Zubuya on strike.
Mikhail, 2 batters all set, above 450. What is your take there?
Oh, speaking to Steve some time back, and he did mention he's looking at something close to 250, 260 at the completion of 50 overs. They have 2 well-set batters, but the question lies is when a batter gets out and the new one comes in, how easy is it for him to get going from the word go on the surface?
Because if you see, they've been sitting out for quite some times, almost 1.5 hours, just waiting to come in. The way you've just said, it's very, very important and vital for those two to continue till the end. Who knows? Because now they can sit the ball like a football now.
How many balls Colin Zubuya stay? 55 and 106 deliveries here for Colin Zubuya. Another tentative push. This could be close. A direct hit. Oh, he was flirting with danger on that occasion, Rakib Patel. He had to put the dive in, and I reckon had that deflected off the stumps, that could have been curtains to his innings as well.
Soft hands really helped, because if you see how Rakib took just at the start, looked so brilliantly and nice.
There you are. Oh, he had one stump to aim at. Bat in the air. Good effort. Very lucky there, Rakib Patel.
The start really helped him.
at Sompal Kami this morning. I'll tell you what, David, he's been a captain's bowler.
And the time has been given, resting, coming. It really helped him because now the energy is still there.
And he's generated good pace as well. He's got the ball to climb onto the batter, move away from the right-hander. And in his second spell as well, what's been good about him is that he's not lost his channels.
Still skating the ball. Looks so nice. And look at his face. You should look at that. He knew Rakep was waiting for something to do like a volley. He gave it. And Rakep, since he has given that set on him, he's just well left.
Yes, just talk about changing lengths and keeping the batter in the crease. Digging it short on this occasion, Rakep Patel hoping that something will be in his zone that he can clear. But look at that, you come to the 41st over, conceded only 1 run so far in the 5 deliveries. Chest of gold. Pulled handsomely but straight to the fielder at mid-wicket. Another very fine display of discipline and tidy bowling here by Sompal. Only one coming off it. 41. 178.
Rakep is playing on 67. Obuya playing on 56 after 41st over. As you see now, Rakep, just look at the scoreboard. Him and Collins, they've been talking to each other, just trying to see what they can do next. Now they're calculating. Now if it's 41st over now, and the scoreboard is reading 178, what can we get in from 9 overs?
And that's why it's very important. One of the batters decides to just shift gears completely because you have another 6 batters to follow. I'm sure there's depth in this batting lineup as well. Yes, the bowling has been very disciplined, but something has to give way if they need to look at something in around 250. Adil to continue. Single towards sweeper cover. Brings Rakep on strike.
As you've just said, I think one of them should just take the license now to continue now. Because they are all looking good batters at their depth. Because you see Rakep and Collins, one of them is stays till the end. The scoreboard will come to, good figures.
Oh, he's miscued this one. High up in the air, fielder coming underneath it. Rakep will have to depart as Rohit, the captain, takes the catch. A soft dismissal in the end as Rakep Patel departs after a well-made 67. Nowhere in position playing that shot. Didn't quite get underneath that one. And that pull was a complete mishit. Hit the top end of the bat. And a very nice and comfortable catch taken by Rohit. A fine innings by Rakep Patel comes to an end. He departs for 67. 5th wicket down here for Kenya. It's 179 for 5 in the 42nd over.
Sachin Budia takes over from where Kep has left. And let's see, they look all just like the same batters together. Let's see what they can do. Sachin has just come in the vital timing, hoping for him to give some runs. I think Rakep misjudged the ball. Because if you look at him, even the face, whatever he's saying, they're throwing the gloves, says a lot.
Oh yes, he had to go for it. Just that he picked the wrong length on this occasion maybe. But Nepal rewarded for some very good bowling. What I really liked about them is that they've kept things very tight. This brings in Sachin Budia as well, another fine batter. There's still a lot of depth left in this Kenyan batting side. Now, the question lies, David, who takes charge? Because Obuya has been there for a while. He'll have to play.
What I like about Sachin, he never waits. Anything on his area, goes for it. Let's hope one of them will decide. Because after seeing where the water boy coming into it, I don't know what the message is given to them. Let's wait and see.
Collins on strike. On the full on this occasion. Very ordinary work there at covers. Should have cut that off. Single here for Collins. And this brings Sachin on strike. 180 runs on the board. Half the side in the pavilion. It's been gloomy and overcast conditions, David, this morning.
I'm telling you, ever since we started up to now, it's still there. It's really helping the fielders also to run around. Because, when it was, for example, if it was that hot, it could have been an advantage to the batting team. But now this fielding team, they're looking good, feeling it. And since they're running up and round, the weather is helping them for field.
Did that tickle under the pad? Something. A half-hearted appeal, but umpire pretty certain that that's going down leg and should be signalled a wide.
Dale was complaining. The ball touched the pads. There was kind of a sound on it. I don't know.
Everything that a bowler and wicketkeeper will do to deny a wide.
That is a point. After umpire had given the white ball, he kept quiet and could come back to the run-up.
Right, let's move on with the game, they say. Shot and wide, flashes but misses on this occasion, and that's why it's not easy to just come into the crease and start scoring on this wicket.
And that's the reason why we said Collins has now decided now what to do now. Is it him or Sachin? Let's wait and see.
Look, it may have just brushed the pads on that occasion.
That is the reason why he was complaining.
Well, you can always call that a fair enough appeal, because it did create some kind of sound or deflection.
Yes, it did. Adil just still pushing it. You can imagine ever since they started now up to now, he's still pushing it. Where would this guy getting energy from?
Arjun Saud, watch out for him. Young sensation. He's 19-year-old. Very fine top-order batter. Meanwhile, Sachin realizes that the ball is still doing something in these windy conditions, let me tell you. It's quite breezy here. There's a gale of breeze blowing across the ground, may I add. Tentative push off the mark with a single finally, Sachin. He'll breathe a sigh of relief. That's for any batter who gets the middle of the bat and to get off the mark. So another very good over happening over here. 42 gone. It's 182 for 5.
You can imagine at 42 overs just giving 3 runs from the over. And that 3 runs including the white ball. It means the bowlers are getting the line and length properly. They're listening to the captain and the captain is happy now. At the end of 42 overs, score is 182 for the loss of 5 wickets.
David, I'm interested to know what's the discussion right now in the middle. What is it that Oboya would be telling Sachin? The senior partner, the more accomplished partner in the middle, Collins Oboya, batting on a well-made 58. New man in Sachin, up against one of the most informed bowlers right now in this game. Quite a contest.
Sompal is back, and I'm sure Collins has just told him in the next 8 overs from the scoreboard that the street's 182. Why don't you make it and at least push it to get at least to 130 before?
In comes Sompal. 2 wickets for him so far in this game. Driven handsomely straight to the fielder at mid-off. How many wickets for Sompal? Sompal. 2-4? 9th over in progress here. 2 for 24, Sompal Kami. Quite a character in the Nepal side, let me tell you. And a very, very loved cricketer back home as well. Nicely flicked on this occasion towards mid-wicket. This brings Collins on strike.
And that's what they're supposed to be doing. These things of giving dot balls creates some tension to the team. So it means if you give a single run and you move to the other side, it really helps the batters. Supporters are now piling on the ground now, looking to see what is happening to Kenya team cricket. Sitting all over, watching and enjoying the cricket.
Okay, and just hurrying him with pace on this occasion. That's what Sompal can do time and again. Just remind the batter to stay in the crease. He's generated good pace this morning.
Just putting the ball on the middle stump. If you make a mistake, that is your problem.